Hello and welcome to the second instalment of Film FM. We lied last week, first of all. We said we were doing Prisoners. Sorry, everyone. We're actually doing Star Wars this week.
Are you eating chocolate, Connor? In the podcast?
He's nomming on... I can hear you munching as well in my ears.
It's
It's
not
really
very
off-putting.
professional.
Really not.
My crunch, man. Leave me alone.
Is it nice?
Just let him
Yeah.
be, man.
It's
Let him,
crunchy.
sounds riveting.
Well,
Him
yeah, man.
munching on that
I
crunch
didn't
bar,
think, we
whatever
were,
the hell
didn't think
it
we were
is.
allowed to eat in here, you know, but I guess you're just
Actually, yeah, we're not allowed to eat in
riveting,
here.
man.
living life in the fast
Oh,
lane.
I am.
I want to tell Siobhan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't dare.
Watch me.
You fucking
Me and you are going to have a
greasy
fight soon.
We
hands all
actually
over.
are.
Well, I'm going to fuck you.
Yeah, we got
We're
guests.
getting sidetracked,
We've got
guys.
guests today. We've got Adkins
Yeah.
here. Sorry, Lewis.
Lewis.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome, Lewis. Welcome.
Hello. I feel honoured to be here.
You
Well,
should be. It's
yeah,
very
yeah.
prestigious,
I feel
like,
very
thing.
privileged and honoured to be here, I must say.
We're the most well put together and organised podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
Of all time, actually.
Of all
We
time,
had
yeah.
this idea for this podcast on day dot.
Yeah, day one.
And here we are,
I
episode
won't.
2. You know?
I'm like,
Second week, going
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah, exactly.
cut me off guard.
Anyway, yeah. Today we're going to be talking about the Star Wars films because,
Guest.
because it's Lewis's fault because of the guest's fault.
You just throw me under the bus here.
Well,
okay.
have you watched
Fair
Prisoners?
No.
So
Well, there
we
you
can-
go.
I was happy to talk about the Batman though, because you talked about the Batman
Yeah,
last
we
week.
did that last
We did
week.
that last
Well,
week.
you,
We're gonna do it
you
again.
can still extend and talk about, I don't know, like
we could have done Joker.
You know what,
the
mate?
Bale
Let's not
Batman
say
films.
We
No.
did that last week as well.
We
No.
kind of did.
We were
yeah.
talking.
Well-
We had one for like solid 20 minutes of just Batman last week. So
We could do some more at some point, but you don't want to go for episode 2, Batman, you know.
exactly, we can't.
Anyway,
we can't follow up with that. Anyway, yeah.
So-
Star Wars.
Adkins, what's your favourite Star Wars film?
I have to say it's a tough choice really. It's either between Empire and then Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. They're both good.
Revenge of the
Those are
Sith.
good choices.
Yeah.
Connor?
I can't. I sort of do have to agree. If I'm going to be honest, I quite like Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
I think everyone likes Revenge of the Sith.
I like
It's
Revenge of the
like a
Sith.
very-
I think my favourite's Return of the Jedi, even if it does have the Ewoks in it. But you know,
Yeah.
You're a furry.
If that wasn't made,
He
you
just
can't
likes
prove
it
anything.
purely because of that reason.
if that wasn't made, Ewok Hunt wouldn't have been made.
An Ewok hunt is a true nightmare.
Oh yeah.
Ewok Hunt
Has
is
anyone
hell
actually
on
seen
earth.
the Ewok adventure films?
No,
My mate goes on
watching-
about
I don't know why, but I felt like Alex
I am
would have
not
watched
watching
them.
Caravan of Courage,
Yeah.
real Ewok movie they made.
Yeah.
What about you, Alpha? You got a favourite Star Wars film?
I really like A New Hope. I'll go classic.
Oh, it's a classic.
Fair
one, you
enough.
know.
I like that film.
The
as well,
OG.
to be fair.
The OG.
I think Return of the Jedi. I think it's great. You know, he fights his dad. His dad. He cuts his dad's hand off. You know, it's just. I don't know why I'm focusing on that specifically, but
Yeah,
Anakin
that's
the only reason why it's
Skywalker.
good.
He's got no look. Both of his hands get cut off at some point. He's not. He has a rough go of it throughout that franchise. I'll tell you that much. But I know the Ewoks suck. I don't think they're that good. I wish it was Wookiees instead. But I still quite like the whole Endor sequence and all that. And the Jabba the Hutt bit at the start, that's really good when Luke fights the Rancor and then the Sarlacc as well. Boba Fett's a bitch though. I've never liked Boba Fett.
Well,
In what way do you
That's
not like
very
Boba Fett?
controversial.
I think he's
opinion.
lame. So he shows up in Empire Strikes Back and he sits there in the background. You go, oh, what's he gonna do? And then in the
I
next
saw it.
one, Han Solo accidentally hits him in the jetpack and he dies. And then the next 30 years was people talking about how cool he is because if you
He's
read
overrated.
if you read the comics, he can fight Darth
Yeah.
Vader in a lightsaber battle. I'm like, well, that's dumb. And
If
then
anything, Jango Fett was more badass.
Jango Fett's
Yeah.
cooler.
Because Jango Fett
Fett
had
was
more
pretty
to
He
work
fought
with.
Obi-Wan,
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, have you seen the Book of Boba Fett?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
lame as shit.
Oh yeah.
He's kind of
incredibly
cool in The
different.
Mandalorian, and then he's lame again. He's like, I'm gonna be a crime boss. He commits no crime.
Yeah, commits no crime.
I think
I think
everyone
it's
liked him
actually
because he had a really cool suit design. I think
Yeah.
that's
That
the
was
reason
it.
why.
I didn't think though because it was like really worn out, and then Django's one was like really nice and clean. It's probably because of the CG.
Django's cooler.
Yeah,
Django's
yeah.
way cooler, and he gets beheaded by Samuel Jackson.
And you actually see what he
Yeah.
looks like. You don't see what Boba Fett looks like. Well, not in
until
the franchise.
Yeah,
anyway.
not in the movies.
Yeah.
But I think he's a bit lame. But I just think
Yeah.
Return of the Jedi is pretty solid. You know, I mean, what do you like Revenge of the Sith, Adkins?
Just because of like the story, like the whole character arc, even though it doesn't officially end till 6, you get to see Anakin just go from aspiring Jedi Knight to absolutely out of his mind out of control, ruthless Sith killer, if you like.
I mean, no one at the time. No one liked Hayden Christensen in those movies, but I'm quite fond of the performance, if I'm honest.
Well, that's how he was supposed to be played on the page.
He's supposed to be a little like a weirdo,
It's not-
you know.
Yeah.
It's not actually his fault.
It's not his fault, no.
I do think he gets a lot of slack.
Oh, definitely.
It was a bit cringe in episode 2, I must
Oh,
say.
definitely.
He was
yeah.
a bit...
Yeah, I pulled my
but
eyeballs out.
I'd probably blame Lucas for that, because that was probably the way he was written on the
He's
page.
like an awkward teenager
Yeah.
who like lives with a bunch of space monks. No wonder, you know. Did anyone see the new episode of Ahsoka where he's like... Where Hayden Christensen-
Spoilers. I haven't seen Ahsoka at
Oh,
all.
I haven't
sorry.
seen it either.
Okay.
Yeah, watch yourself.
Steer,
I know he's
let's
in,
steer clear of that.
I apologise. I thought you would have seen it on
He's in
Instagram by
Obi-Wan,
now.
isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But which Star Wars film does everyone think is the worst?
Oh God.
Oh, that's...
Is this
God.
including the sequel?
Including
Yes.
every Star Wars movie.
It's got to be The Last Jedi.
Oh, it
has to be. Has to be.
Yeah, The
I
Last
have to
Jedi's pretty
agree.
shit.
The Last
Yeah.
Jedi was
I
dreadful.
think Rise of Skywalker might be worse.
Really? I mean, they're all
I think
pretty
it's a
terrible.
toss-up. Yeah, really.
I think it's one of those two, though. I think they both suck.
The only reason why I would say The Last Jedi is that I just remember how bad it was. Like, The Rise of Skywalker was probably bad, but I don't really remember that much what happened in it.
It's
'Cause it
forgettable.
was that forgettable.
It really
But
fucked
like
Luke.
The Last Jedi, you can actually remember in the worst way, in a really bad way, that just how terrible and cringeworthy the scenes were.
The thing about the prequels is, even if they're not perfect, it's one guy doing his vision for 3 movies, and that's the same with the original trilogy. And then for the sequels, they wanted to get 3 different blokes to do 3 different movies with no overarching plan, and then they fired the guy who was going to do episode 9 and just brought J.J. Abrams back from 7. So it's just this weird trilogy of some guy doing 2 movies with Ryan Johnson right in the middle.
Yeah, they didn't know what they were doing.
It was just
really.
bizarre.
They couldn't connect the story at
It's
all.
backpedaling.
And,
Like 7 was all right, but it was literally I thought it was all right at the time, but it was just New Hope 2.0, wasn't it? They just completely
Yeah.
copycatted that film.
Han Solo's good in it, though.
Yeah. I thought
I
7
can't.
when I initially watched it was good,
I think it's alright.
but the other 2 when I watched it,
Oh, they're atrocious.
even when I watched it at the time, I thought it was shit.
It
Especially 8.
It actually pissed me off how bad some of the scenes were.
Oh,
It
yeah.
really pissed me off.
Which
They
I
made
was very
some
annoyed.
really,
episode
like-
8 and 9.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They made some really bold choices as well with
Mm.
choosing to kill Han off.
Oh, he's been asking for that.
Well,
for
to be
like
fair,
years.
Harrison Ford has been asking for that for like
He wanted
3
to-
decades.
He wanted to die since
I think he would have
Strikes
shot
Back.
himself if he could have.
He
They,
hates Star
they
Wars.
did that thing as well where like Rey and Luke like destroyed Luke's lightsaber and everyone. Do you remember? Shit, it was that shit. I can't remember it. But
They make a bunch of like bold shit moves in Last Jedi. That's like, oh, who is, because they set up who is Snoke, and they go, oh, he was no one. They go, oh, who's Rey's parents? They go, oh, no one. And they go, oh, we've also destroyed Luke's lightsaber. And then in Rise of Skywalker, she's fixed the lightsaber. They reveal she's actually a Palpatine, and Snoke's actually a clone of Palpatine that
It's
he's
just
using.
weird. It's like a script. I think I've seen this analogy. It's like a script, but it's all rushed.
Yeah.
You have like a really good essay to begin with, the original and
Yeah.
prequels, and then like the last chapter, if you like, is just completely
It's
like they were
fucking-
just
ran
trying
out
to
of
get it out
ideas
before
and
the
they're just
deadline.
overthinking it.
It almost feels like they hated the original trilogy. Like the way they treated a lot of the original characters.
It's depressing.
They showed no
did-
respect to
there's
Luke's
no
origin,
respect to any of the original characters. It's like they tried to force these new ones on them, and I think it was. I don't know. It felt too forced, and I felt. I don't know.
I mean, even
it
the
really
actor that
annoyed me.
played
It just
Luke was
annoyed
like,
me.
I can't. I just don't understand what you're doing. This my character or whatever.
I don't like Rey that much.
No,
I think she's a bit bland.
she's incredibly
honest.
bad.
Yeah.
She's.
I don't
know.
hate her as much as some other people.
She's
do, but-
too ideal.
I like
Other
Poe and Finn, but they completely wasted their characters. Like they're not bad actors.
Well,
they just wasted,
they
especially
wasted
Poe.
Finn.
Yeah, and
Um,
Finn as well.
Well,
Yeah.
you see, Finn
Yeah.
Finn suffered the unfortunate fact of China being a lot of their market.
Ah.
And then, so for the 8th and 9th film, they decided he didn't really matter
Completely
anymore.
cut off his character.
Have you seen the Chinese
Ah.
poster for The Force Awakens?
Yeah, he's barely in the film, is he?
Yeah. He gets sidelined in the 9th one. He just shouts Rey for most of the movie.
Yeah, they
He sucks.
push him onto this like crap weird relationship with that.
With
Twice.
that,
Yeah.
funny enough, a
Yeah.
Chinese character.
Yeah.
Rose.
Yeah. I think she's Korean, isn't she?
Korean, I don't know.
Same thing.
Well, didn't like the actor for Finn, John
Which
Boyega,
is
actually
kind of
say like
ironic,
Disney
'cause they
mugged
don't
me
like
off?
Finn.
Oh, yeah, because they did. They mugged him, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't happy about it.
Poor guy. He's great in that 7th one, and then the next two, it's like, nah, you don't matter no more, man.
Yeah, push him to the side. Get rid of him.
I mean, obviously, I think they wasted Poe as well, but I feel like he redeemed himself in the.
He had some redeeming qualities. He had more spotlight.
And with
in Essence of the
Andor,
film.
when
Andor.
the show that came out, was it?
Poe's not in Andor.
No, not Poe. Who am I on about?
Who are you on about?
I can't remember.
It's not Finn, is it?
I'm gonna have a reminder. Carry on. I'm
Andor
gonna
is
remind myself.
He's having a quick
Andor is a
Google.
character from Rogue One.
Yeah.
No,
Hold on.
he
hold
dies
on,
in Rogue
hold
One.
on,
He's
hold
not.
on.
Let him have a quick Google.
Oh,
okay,
We'll
alright.
find out.
Carry
We'll
on,
find
carry
out.
on.
Okay.
You're getting confused with
Um,
Pedro Pascal. Oh no.
Pedro Pascal's not in it. Oh, he's in The Mandalorian, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he
I
plays.
forget he's The Mandalorian because he's never.
Cassian
never seen him.
Andor. As in that guy.
Yeah, he's not in the sequels.
Yeah, I thought he was.
No, he
No.
blows up before A New Hope.
Yeah, you're right. I thought he was though.
Gets
I was
Death Star,
confused. I got
yeah.
confused between him and the.
And Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
I say.
Because they're really similar. I feel.
Whoa. You can't be saying that, man.
Why?
I much prefer Andor
You're gonna stop me?
to Poe.
Fight you?
Oh.
Do you wanna-
Uh,
I'm gonna. What's your problem with me? You got a problem with me, Alfie?
Maybe I do.
Because like I've noticed
Ooh.
this recently.
Go on, what have you noticed?
First the crunchy.
Yeah.
Right.
The crunch, but go on.
The crunch.
The crunch.
it
The
was
crunch.
off-putting, to be fair.
And
And what
something
else?
I don't know.
The crunch wasn't even me. I said, who wants the rest of my crunch? It was about a quarter of the bar. Bear
You
in
let him
mind.
have it.
No, right.
You let him.
Alex, right, it was between Collar and Alex. And I said to them both, oh, who wants the rest of this crunch? And Alex, in all fairness to him, says it like, oh, I want it first. So I gave it to Alex. It was out of my hands then.
I offered
As soon
some
as
of
I
it.
asked the question,
So are
It
you?
was out of my
Are you
hands.
saying it's Alex's fault?
yeah, I don't think you should blame me for that. I offered it and just Alex happened to...
I asked if you wanted any of it. You said no.
Yeah, but
he
you've
did.
got all your greasy hands over it. So you
Raw.
picked up the entire.
Grace, what do you think
thing,
I've
right?
been
Just
doing?
gone
Eating buckets of
completely
KFC
sidetracked,
all
by the
the
way,
time.
just to
You opened it up and you were like, this, and you holding it like this, and you was like, do you want it? Well, like, no, I
Well,
don't want
you're
any now.
Well, it's too late now. You know, it's at a certain point you got to move on from the past. You know,
Just-
you can't let
just
the
for
crunchies
reference.
of the past affect you. You know,
Alex fully
was
like
like
grabbed
last
it,
week.
grabbed the rest of this chocolate bar.
you were
like,
offering free food. I'm a uni student. How much money do you think I have?
he was living in accommodation, to be fair.
I live in accommodation. I eat pot
Yeah,
noodles
well,
all day. and
You would have
paninis.
money if you didn't
Relate.
fall for a scam.
Yeah, no.
You
but
and your
no,
old
even
man
then, I'd
phone.
still be.
Right.
There is nothing wrong with my old man.
You and
phone.
you were sitting there with your old man phone, holding
little
it like
case where it
this,
just
right?
opens it like
You were
that.
holding it like this, and you thought, oh, look at that scam email from UCAS. I'll just click on that and do that survey.
yeah.
Boom. Where's your card gone?
I haven't got one.
Yeah, exactly.
You need to tell. I still don't know the reasons for the card.
Okay,
I
so-
think Connor might have just gave it away there.
So UCAS. Okay, so I got a text from UCAS.
You still recording, Alfie?
I'm still recording.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fine.
Okay, yeah,
This
this
fine.
is the brilliant content.
I
Right?
got a text from UCAS and they go, "Oh, do this survey and win £10." And I think, sweet, £10. You know, so I do the
Why
survey.
would UCAS put that?
I think I got that as well. I just ignored it.
Oh,
God.
good for
I
you.
ignore,
It's because you're a real human being, Alfie.
I ignore
So,
normal
I-
emails, let alone
Same.
ones like that.
I did it, and a day after, and I thought, after I thought, wait a minute, that's a bit odd, isn't it? Why are they asking me for all that kind of? Those
So you put all your details in.
not
all
all
that
of them,
shit.
just some of them. And then
a lot of them.
Yeah.
I call up
Enough to-
UCAS. I call up UCAS, and they go, "Oh, it's a scam. Yes, you got to change your password and all that." So I do. I try changing everything. I go out to the pub on Saturday. You ever Saturday we're at the Dragon Inn?
Well, with Connor.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Connor, the other Connor, the one I like.
Yeah, yeah.
No. So and I get home after and like there's loads
After
of
the club.
yeah. I get back from the club. There's loads of money out of it, and I think, oh, it's because I've been on the piss, you know. But there's also ones for like a betting site, £35 on betting, and I'm like, I don't bet.
Sorry, did you give UCash your bank account information and you thought that was like a good idea? Sorry, UCash.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gave.
They
Absolutely
only asked for like
UCAS.
2 things, so I thought it wasn't that suspicious. But apparently, yeah. So they've refunded the money. I've got it back now, but I'm waiting on my card. Apparently, it's come to my mum's today. So today,
You're going to
I'm
get it.
probably gonna get it back.
Well, that's
Very
good to know
nice.
then.
I was just going through my emails and I've had one. I think it's off UCAS. I could be wrong though. It looks very convincing though, saying, "Alfie, share your story." It says we would like to hear your experience of opening a bank account and how you're feeling about managing your money at university or college this year, how you felt throughout the process and how you're feeling about going to university. As a thank you, we'll enter you into a prize draw to land £1,000, which you could spend on some essentials for your next adventure. Your feedback will help improve the experience for future students, and don't worry. Responses will not impact your UCAS applications in any way. So it looks real.
It looks real. Why don't you do it?
I might
Find
do it.
out.
You know what? Should we do it now?
And when you lose all your money, don't come crying to me.
Trust me, no one's gonna be coming to cry.
No, I know. You're just jealous of my old man phone case. Is
You
all.
know what?
It is very much an old man phone case.
It
It's one of those
keeps
leather
it-
ones.
it keeps the
Granddad's
phone safe.
case, you know.
Yeah.
It's got
It
to
keeps
be.
it protected.
So does
So does mine. Mine's
every
plastic.
other phone.
Mine's just like a normal phone case.
I like there's nothing wrong with it, and I will defend it until the day I die.
You're
Until
gonna
the
have
day
a
you
very
need to buy a new
short
one.
life.
So
then.
you will always have a phone case like that
Yeah.
the rest of your life.
I like them.
Yeah, because by this point onwards, if he keeps it,
Want to
through
be
these
older,
years-
won't he?
Yeah,
So he's not going to
exactly.
change anytime soon, is he?
As I get older, it will fit me more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair
I'm not
enough.
going to swap
What
out.
Grow
about
into it.
now though?
I don't care. I like it.
Well, that was a
Interesting conversation about
interesting
Star Wars.
conversation. Interesting
Yeah,
tangent.
Well,
We've gone from Star Wars to talking about life at uni and getting scammed.
People robbing people's
People,
money.
yeah.
This is what you come here for, you know.
Top quality content. Like we said
Yeah.
earlier, the best podcast on what are we on?
on the planet.
On the
You know,
planet.
actually,
On the
I could
planet.
like totally upload this to like the podcast app. You know,
The
Do you
podcast
still
app.
have that podcast, Alex, on Spotify?
probably.
Yeah. What was it called? I can't even
I
remember
don't
now.
fucking remember.
Alex and
Alex and Friends. It wasn't called that. It wasn't.
It wasn't that.
It
lame.
wasn't called Alex
It
and
wasn't
Friends.
that lame.
it's just him in his
Hold
room
on.
by himself.
What's the podcast on? Should we try and get it up now?
Yes, please. That
What was the
sounds
podcast
amazing.
on, Alex?
Spotify.
I think it's taken down now. I'll tell you what. I'll
The Alex likes movies and shit. Or
No,
something
no.
like that.
I'll tell you what. I'll try and find it if I can.
I'm on Spotify now. I can try and search for it.
What did the
Okay.
Fez take it
Actually, I
down?
think I've got it on my phone.
Here
Oh,
we
here we
go.
go. Come on, let's get this going. Stuff just got interesting. Are you right there?
Someone wants to send me a message on Instagram.
I'll do that. Yeah, I got
Yeah,
added to a group chat and I just fucking ignored it.
What was I going to say? We should we've got to go back in soon, so we should probably end the episode here. I think.
Oh, but I'm having so much fun.
I am too, actually. I kind of wish we could just sit here for 4 hours instead of like sitting in there.
You know what I mean? It'd be just. We should change the name of the podcast. Forget Film FM now. It's just going to be
Yeah, it's that.
you come here and listen to
Literally
our
that.
bullshit.
Alex likes me. I thought it was Alex likes movies and
We'll
shit.
give it a listen
Yeah.
next time we're in it. We'll give it a listen. You know,
Yeah.
and you can hear how great I used to be at
Definitely.
podcasting. Well, that's about it then. This is episode 2.
Whoa! I'm the host here. Sorry, I should be doing the outro.
Oh, I'm sorry. You do the outro.
Oh,
I'm doing the outro. I'm the host here. Yeah, so what Alex said basically. Thanks for listening to this interesting instalment of Film FM, where we didn't really talk about films. We talked about things that are happening in our lives at the moment.
Thanks for being here, Adkins.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
I
you.
appreciate
Thank you, Lewis.
It's
Thank you for
definitely
being
been
here.
eventful, that's for sure.
Yeah, would you come on again?
Would you call me
Probably,
again?
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you enjoyed your time here?
Yeah.
I'm glad you
been
have.
entertained,
I'm glad
that's
you
for
have.
sure.
Well, we'll be back, same place, same time next week. Don't know what we'll be talking about because last week we lied to you, so we're just not going to say anything this week.
Yep.
We'll just see you when we see you, and you'll find out.
Who knows? It might be prisoners.
It might be prisoners.
One
who
of these
knows?
days.
Yeah.
One day we will do it, so rest assured.
All right.
Anyway, thank you very much. See you all later.
See you
Goodbye.
later.
Goodbye for
Bye.
now.
Goodbye.